Ludus Vulpes.
Welcome to Ludus Vulpes. My name's Kirsty.
And I'm Phil.
And you join us as we work through our A to Z of board games. For L, we have chosen London Dread.
London Dread, a romp through Victorian London, searching out evil mysteries as they happen. It's a cooperative game, so first cooperative game on our A to Z of board games. There may be more to come. Wait and see. London Dread is a fantastic game with a timed element that makes it slightly more challenging, and certain two-player variants, which we'll talk about as we get into the rules. The artwork is wonderful on it, and it's just a lot of fun. So without any further ado, let's get down to the rules, just down here.
Wow.
Okay.
Snazzy.
Yeah, like a big pile of dice. There are dice in this game. Dice are exciting. So, in a game of London Dread, you're playing as 2 to 4 heroes and heroines, and your mission is to uncover the devious plot set by your antagonist in the game. Our antagonist in this game, this is scenario 2, so if you are playing and you don't want spoilers, don't watch this video. But actually, the reason I'm playing scenario 2 rather than scenario 1, scenario 1 is an abridged scenario just to teach the game. Scenario 2 is a full typical game length, so we're hitting scenario 2, and I'll explain what happened in scenario 1 because the scenarios do link. So at this point in the game, if you're playing London Dread, don't want spoilers, turn off now. Still here? Sure? Okay, let's carry on. Okay, so in a game of London Dread, let's quickly go through the rules. Across the top we have our Dread level. A Dread level basically indicates how powerful our antagonist is getting during the game, and as we progress our Dread level up the board, we go from 2, 3, 4 all the way up to 10, and these represent successes at the end of the game on these dice, and each of these dice only has 2 successes on, so rolling them is often rolling blanks basically. Now, we want to manage this Dread level as much as possible, because by managing this Dread level, it keeps the antagonist in a manageable format.
At bay.
Well, it does keep them at bay. So how are we going to do that, and what counts as Dread? So Dread is represented during the game by the skulls you can see on the back of these scenario cards. And also on this dice as well. This is the trauma dice, we'll come on to that later. Now, what we're going to be doing in the timed element of the game, the timed element of the game is called the planning phase, and what we will be doing is we will be moving our characters around, or plotting the movement of our characters around the board. And we're going to do that by using this dial and these tokens.
I like it.
So in the planning phase, we've got a couple of things that we're going to do. First and foremost, we're going to reveal some cards around the board, and we can reveal as many or as few as we want. What we are trying to do is reveal these plot cards that are represented on the board by these plot holder cards. Now these all have the same backs as the cards here, so we don't know where they are at the moment. What we do know is that the starting part of this scenario has 4 plot cards, and there are 4 areas of London, so we know roughly that there's 1 plot card in each of these areas, and we're searching for them. So as soon as we find a plot holder, we'll replace it with one of these plot cards. The plot cards represent people in this, and we'll explain why that is when we get into the story itself. So to move around the board, first and foremost we reveal the cards. Once we've revealed as many cards as we want, we will then plan our movements around the board. And that is done on the clock face here. So we're going to be starting at 6 AM in this particular scenario. And what we do is on these tokens there is a time, and there is a number, and there is a direction. So the direction symbol can rotate. That hopefully is fairly straightforward, and can be placed into your clock. Now the clock also has a compass on it, north, west, east, south. So this suggests that the first thing I'm going to do is move to the north. So when we get to that part of the game, my character would move to the north.
I think it'll become
Yeah.
obvious.
Now, once I'm in the north, I might want to investigate north too. So I might go north. Ooh, that's exciting. I might go north here, and then I might investigate space 2. Now, I have a limited number of these tokens. I actually have 12 of them, and they are duplicated 1 to 6. Each of them has the direction on the back, so we can use the directions as much as possible. But also, if we need a bonus one, just an extra one for the number, we've also got a set here, but using one of those reveals more dread for the game. So either of us can use those. We'll need to negotiate who gets them as we get into the game, but they are the tokens that we can just borrow if need be. Okay. So our mission will be to get to the plot cards in plot order, so A, B, C, then D, and ideally visit them at the right time of the day for us to investigate. And that's indicated here by the little sun token, which represents the sun token, so the morning, bright sun circle, which is just on that one, day, and little moon for the night. Okay. So we need to get to these as at the appropriate time or appropriate area on the dial that matches. The other things we'll be dealing with as we go through are dread cards. Now, dread cards look a little bit like this. They have a couple of symbols on, a little bit of story text, how much dread they generate if they're failed or ignored, and a little bit of a description, and also how many successes you need. And we'll come on to how successes are generated in a moment, because they're slightly different for dread cards than plot cards. The other things we've got out there are allies. Allies help us. We can go and collect our allies as and when we want, and they just give us bonuses and benefits when we're actually doing tests. So in the planning phase, we're going to reveal. We're going to plot our movements. We've got 12 minutes to do all this. We're going to plot our movements on the dial so that we get to all the plot areas as and when we can, hopefully at the right time to investigate.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed, in the right order. And then we are going to, after the planning phase, we're going to enact those actions as we go. And as we go, we're going to be doing tests. So let's talk about how tests work.
So, just out of interest, you mentioned allies. How many allies can we have?
Each player can walk around with 3 allies, like a posse. But the thing really...
I don't want that one, sorry, I apologise.
But those 3 allies will be used to help you pass tests during the game. Okay. So let's talk about tests. Let's talk about a standard dread test. Okay. So on a dread card, you've got a number, which indicates how many successes you need to pass. And you've got symbols which tell you what symbols you need to match to pass. So each of those symbols can be used to generate a single success. And for this card, we need 3 successes. So, there goes my
chalice.
So I'm Howard Milton, and on my card, I always get a dove. So a dove is good because it gives me 1 success here. I also get a wild card, which is great as well, because it will map in this instance, to a success. Wildcards vary per scenario. In this scenario, it's just a success. Some scenarios, they represent a particular type of success. So that gives me 2 successes. So where are the rest of my successes coming from to try and pass this? Well, there's a couple of things. I can use my personal deck here to add a success, or to reveal a card and hopefully add a success. There we go, I've revealed a dove, which will give me another success, and the 3 I need to complete that particular scenario. However, all the cards that are in my personal deck are achieved here. So I would have got 2 doves. It would actually have been worth me turning. I've got 2 doves and a lion, so there's a good chance there. However, I could draw my negative, which is in this instance is called the flawed ritual, which means I don't get to add any of these symbols if I do to that test. So there's a risk associated with that as well. Okay. You also have an equipment card to start off with. This one doesn't particularly help me, but can be used in 2 ways. The top one is if it's exhausted or used, and you can also deplete it for a more powerful effect on the bottom. But if depleted, you won't get it back in between stage chapter 1 and chapter 2 of the scenario.
You don't get it back.
You don't get it back if depleted.
Oh, okay.
Your allies will also add icons for you as well. And then the other thing you can do, we have an investigation deck here, which at the moment has 3 of these confidence cards in it. So it's not a particularly useful deck, it's only got 3, but they always have 4 symbols, so they can be quite powerful. And the other thing it will be doing is, as we complete these dread cards, they will be placed face down in the confidence deck, in the investigation deck. So we will potentially have more and more cards in that investigation deck. That investigation deck is very useful towards the end of the game, because at the end of the game we're going to divide it up amongst ourselves to establish whether we defeat the big bad at the end of the game.
Of course we will.
Now, the other thing you can do is combine investigators. So if both investigators are at the same location at the same time, they can both use symbols to complete that particular investigation.
Okay.
So that's how the dread cards are completed. We need to use the symbols available to combine them to get as many successes as we required, and then we can take that off the board and put it in the investigation deck.
Okay.
The plot cards are slightly different. Once again, we'll be using the symbols suggested to find successes. However, this time each success gives us a dice. So let's come back to Howard. Howard is probably going to be the best person to investigate this, because he has his chalice card, chalice token, which gives him 3 skulls.
That's quite good,
plus a dove, plus a question mark. So
that'd be 5.
That would give him 5 dice. You then roll those dice, and for every success, which in this case was 1, we go down the little table here, and that is we're in the clear. So we then flip this card and actually read the in the clear segment of the story. If at any point during a plot investigation we were to get, say, 3 successes, so more than the sort of maximum level, so the maximum level is 2, for every success we get beyond 2, we're going to be able to add a confidence card into the investigation deck.
Oh,
we're
nice.
adding those face down,
Okay.
so we'll be able to do that as we go as well. Once the plot is completed, it gets discarded from the board, and that is how we're going to complete the plots. So once we've completed that final stage and we get back to 6 AM on our little dials, we'll pause at the end of chapter 1. And at the end of chapter 1, we will look at everything on the board. So every card that we haven't turned over will add 2 dread. Every token we've revealed will add 1 dread, and every dread card we haven't completed will also add some dread to the game.
Oh, no.
So we are desperately trying to manage that dread as much as possible. Oh, the one thing I didn't say, on the plot tests, you must draw from your personal deck. So there is a chance that you can absolutely lose all the tokens that you gain.
Oh no.
I know. During the game as well, we may be asked to roll the trauma deck, the trauma dice. If we do, any skulls add dread. The blood splatter gives us an injury card, and the eyeball gives us an unhinged card. Unhinged and injury basically work in exactly the same way. If we have the condition and we get another symbol that matches it, we will get 5 additional dread.
Oh no.
Okay. And so that's a great way of piling dread on for those who want to pile dread on.
I don't particularly want to do that.
No, me neither. So after that, after we've added the dread from the end of chapter 1, we will redistribute the cards. We end up with harder cards, and we will go through chapter 2. Once we've completed chapter 2, we'll come to the protagonist's challenge. The protagonist challenge we will explain when we get to that stage, because otherwise there's a bit of a rules overload at this stage of the day. Now, the last thing to note is that during stage 2, at the moment we've got ally cards distributed in the deck. They're only used in a 2-player game anyway, but the other thing that will happen is those ally cards will have hoovered up some of those ally cards by that point. So Hopefully. It will be harder to invest. We'll need to. It will be much harder for us to investigate during chapter 2. So we need to have improved our investigators with allies and various other bits and pieces as we go. Now, items will come into our possession during the game, and we all start with 1 item. And with that, I think that's enough rules to get us going.
I believe it is.
I believe it is too. So, I'm going to bring my coffee forward so that I can have a drink as we're going through the first stage.
Now I'm going to send my tea.
Now, in normal difficulty level, we are going to have 12 minutes to do the planning phase. So that is to reveal as many cards as we want, and also to plot what we are going to do. So we're going to start at our 12 minutes now. Hopefully we'll talk through as we go, and you'll hopefully hear us discussing what we think we should be doing as we go. Although some of this stage might be a bit quiet because there might be a bit of pondering from both of us.
Especially me.
So let's play the game.
Okay.
Kirsty's going to start a timer.
I'll start the timer now.
Okay. Do you want to start off that side, and I'll reveal west and south. Okay, so replace it with the plot holder. So we've got our first plot. Yeah, this one's not going so well. Oh, I've got a plot.
Got an ally.
Okay, there's loads of allies coming out now, which is good. So I'm going to leave that for now. So once you've revealed the plot, it's almost worth just stopping that area so that you can...
Plot.
And plot. So you went first, and then can I get the other plot, please?
Plot. Plot.
Yeah. So we have all 4 plots out now. Excuse me. We have all four plots out now that get us to the end of our investigation. The question is, do we want to reveal more to try and find more allies? At the moment, we've got
How many allies have we
1, 2,
3, 4.
So we can have 3 each. So it might be worth us trying to get another couple of allies
But we could end up getting a lot more.
A lot more dread on the board.
So do we stop now and have 2 each?
Well, at the moment we've got here, I think we reveal more here because we've got 2, 4, 6, 8 dread already on the table.
Okay.
So if we get an ally, that saves us. That doesn't save us at all. I'm going to do one more over here, which is an ally, which is good.
So shall I do another one here?
Yeah, why not?
Yes, another ally. So do we
It's
stop
Sheldrake,
there?
the faithful dog.
Yes. So that means we've got 3 allies each available.
Yeah.
That's right. So I think we stop there.
Okay.
So now we need to go through our times. So we have to end up at D. Is this
How many
correct?
dread cards have we got on the board? 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 4 dread cards on the board. That's not too painful.
No, let's do it.
I think we can turn another one over
God.
up here.
Oh god.
Well,
can we get there and pick up the allies?
yeah, of course we can. That's better.
Oh no.
Digging up the past looks good. So
Right.
now,
Where do we need to end up at?
so the final is here. So this is the final one. So West 6. The final plot cards often have like significant benefits for getting all the investigators there, because in this instance we're going to gain items if we get to 4. So we gain 4 items and distribute them. So
6 West.
we're initially going to both set into our 4 AM slot 6 and an indicator that we want to get there. So I'm going to go to the west and go to space 6.
Okay, so I'll begin at E2. So I'm starting from the middle, aren't I?
Yeah, we
So
all
you
start in the
always use
centre.
it from the centre.
Yeah.
So I'm heading east.
So you're going to do that section.
Oh, hang on a minute.
I
This
think
is stupid.
actually,
I think you should do it
I
because
should do
it
it
actually
because
matches you.
I'm likely to be able to solve that one. Have a look at the plot cards and figure out which ones you're best at. So B is about owls. No?
Nope.
Okay, C is owls,
I can
lions.
do D. Oh no, maybe I can't actually. How many do you need? 3 of any of those?
Well, no, you use each of those to give you a dice. So if you got you got peacock, haven't you?
Yeah.
Plus the wild, which
And octopus.
3. So you'd have 2 at least.
And
And
we got some allies first.
yeah, we do. But also, if you look at your
You start at E2.
But if you look at your dice, at your cards,
Yeah.
like you've got lots of octopus in your cards. So I think C is a good one for you.
Okay, so shall I start at C?
You
Do
go.
C and D, and you do A and B.
Okay.
Because they suit you.
Well, we'll try and get to D together.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So if I'll go to C first. Oh no, I want to pick allies at first.
Yeah, you do.
What's the time of day? So here I need to be at 3. I need to be hitting 3 in the daytime.
Okay.
So let's figure out which allies we need.
Well, you could probably do it with the errand boy for the octopus if you're going to do C. So at some
Yeah.
point you probably want to come in and get him.
So I'm going to start by going E5.
I could do with the dog.
So I'll take that errand boy.
Am I doing B? I've got an
Yes.
owl, I've got
Yeah.
my wild. So I'll do B. That gives me a chance. So I could do with an ally that gives me some of those.
Owl.
Yeah, so I need Rupert.
You have Rupert then.
Okay, so I want the dog and Rupert. I think.
So I will go for... I'm taking errand boy.
So this is a question on whether we, like, I could go for this ally, Vicar Cravens,
But you've already got... I
but
don't
I've
have
already
any
got
of
a dove,
those.
but I could give me an extra 2 doves, so I could double down on his strengths. But
Oh,
actually, I think I actually do think getting the owls is useful for me, and I could do with the dog as well.
So if I get the octopus, what else can I? Because if I'm doing C,
Actually, you could do with
the lion.
You could do with the dog
and
the octopus.
Get it at the same
so you
time.
could do with those two. So actually, do I just pop in here, complete that?
Yeah, and then
because if you get those two as well, you can complete that.
Yeah, so I'll do 4, 5.
So I'll deal with Horace, and then
East, 4,
right, so that's 2,
5, and then 6. Then I'm going to.
And then I'm coming down to do B.
Yes. Then I'm going up.
B requires owl.
So it picks me 2 allies. Are we supposed to be picking up 3 allies each?
Up to 3 allies, yeah.
Okay. So
we're going to move that over there.
To 3.
So I'm over here now. So I'll try and do like some of these tests as well.
Oh yeah, I forgot we were doing the test.
So I'm going to pick up Lupet. And I know I need to get down here to complete the message.
So do you want to take that and double up on that?
I don't know. Hang on. So I need to do that message there. Okay, so
I'm ending up there.
oh, that madman's hard to deal with.
So I'll do 4,
Okay.
6. That's done. 1, 2, 3.
I need the 2 from here to deal with the grand ball. Oh god, the grand ball's going to be difficult. There's only 2 successes. It's probably not impossible.
Can we just check that we're not clashing anywhere?
We can.
So I'm doing these 3. So I'm going east. I'm doing 4, 5, 6. I'm going north to pick up. What time are you doing B?
B, I'm doing there.
Ah, this doesn't work then. So
you could do it doing C at the same
5,
time.
5.
So you could do it. Sorry, you could 8 p.m. for C to be complete.
So if I do 2, do 5, 2, then 3 for 8 p.m. That works, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So you do B, then I do C, then I'm going across to west. I'm picking up across to west. Which allies are you picking up? So I've got 1, 2, 3. Those are my 3 allies. So 4, 5, and 5 are my allies.
And I've got him and that one.
And then I'll be completing 2 and then 3. So that means all that's gone. All that's gone.
And I'm going to try and do these 2, but for me, they're quite difficult because I have no lions.
Well, let me do that one then instead.
Are you sure?
No, but I'm not sure if I've got enough cards to make this work.
It makes life easier for me.
I've got 2 5s.
If we do it that way.
The thing is, I've already used 2 5s.
There's a 5 on the board.
And you want me to use that?
Yeah.
So we're going to use.
If you can clear that out before we finish, that'd be great.
5, and then so that means I'm missing out on. So we're going to be at 6. So okay, so I begin east 4, 5, 6. Go up, collect 5, do 2, then 3.
At 8 p.m.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Then I go west, and then it's what I complete. So what's there? I can't pick up an ally.
That one needs completing.
I've got that one. I've got 6 and 5. So what's left? Because I've got something spare here.
Have something spare. Have a rest.
No, I don't want to.
I just realised I could do with getting that ally earlier.
Yeah. So do you want to get that?
I go that way.
Do you want me to complete the madman instead? Because I've got the allies to match that.
No.
We've got
Which one?
1.5 minutes.
Oh, can you do the madman?
I should be able to do it by then, yeah. Because I'll have... which allies will I have? I'll have... No, I won't have that. I won't have the ball. You've got the
That's
hide
fine.
muscle.
I haven't yet, so I just need to get the hide muscle earlier. We've got 1 minute left, so if I go down, get the hide muscle.
Literally, there's nothing else for me to pick up in if you do the madman.
Get the hide muscle. That needs to stay there. So go down. Pick up the, so go down. Pick up the
I
hide
can do
muscle.
one if you want me to. If I can. One.
Try and do madman.
Okay, so let's quick run through. Start at 6. Go east. Do 4, 5, 6. Go up. Do 5, 2, 3 at 8 o'clock. Then I go west. I do 1, 5, and 6 and meet you at 6.
Okay. Down.
Is that right?
Here, I'm just double checking, complete the message, and do. Why have I got that there?
So going east, then I'm going north.
Somewhere in here is 1.
We've got 10 seconds.
Where's my 1? Where's my 1?
There.
There.
Got it?
Yeah.
Timer now.
Okay.
Happy?
Phew.
Alright, can I turn that off now?
Yeah.
Just so it stops vibrating. I can't make it work. There we go.
Okay. Good.
So, I hope we got this right. I really hope we got this right. And by changing my arrows around, I was able to put that back.
Okay. Good.
I hope that was okay.
Yep.
So,
Except you took 5 and I took 2. So. You took 5, I took 2.
you want me to try and swap it?
No. But it just needs to not be there. It's like I've got a spare one left as well. That's fine. It's what it is. We've done now. You can't put back what you did not take. You've got 2 dread from that.
Great. I'll try and make it 1 dread by putting that back.
Okay. 6 a.m. Let's start the moves. So I come over here and you come over here.
Yeah.
So then I go to space 2.
Yep.
And you go to...
We're taking them out as we go, yeah? So, and I go to space 4 and I collect Sheldrick the Faithful Dog, who's an ally, which is worth 2 lions.
Rawr.
Wow.
Which is odd for a dog to become a cat. Anyway, moving on. I now have to do a test. So I get dices for the skulls. So I get 1 dice because I've got a dove. And in fact, let's draw these from here first.
Do you have to do those?
Yep, on a plot card, on a plot event, you must do these. So...
If you use your chalice, that's worth 3
I know.
of those. That's really good.
So I get another dove. So that's going to give me 2 dice for 2 doves. And then I'm going to use my chalice.
Which gives you...
2 more dice. So I've got...
that's 3.
Sorry, 3 more dice. That's what I took. Plus I get a wild card. So I'm going to end up with 6 dice here.
Okay.
Now, let's see what we get. I'm going to clear the board space in the middle and put the dice down here for now.
You can do this. You can do this. Please.
Well, we don't want to raise the dread by 5.
No, we really don't.
2.
2. Which means 2 or more, you gain 1 virtue token.
So I'll get the virtue token I just spent back. Great. And we now go and have a look at the plot here. Mr. Horace Eaton is a conspicuous member of the British clergy. An avid debater, he has extensively warned against the black tide of occultism. You must persuade him to leave the city. Your warm-hearted prayer touches the heart of the old vicar. He wishes you Godspeed and prepares to leave London immediately. That feels like a good thing.
It does.
So, at that stage, we are well on track. So, 10 a.m. I come to the south of the city.
So 10 a.m. I go to 5 and I pick up my errand boy.
Really?
And he gives me
Way-
2 octopuses.
Way too excited by your errand boy.
I know.
And then I come, at noon, I come to space 3 in the south of the city and pick up the hired muscle. Howard, being a old doddering professor, needs a little bit of physical support.
So at 12 noon I go to 6. Now I have to complete...
Well, try at least.
No, I have to complete a scenario. So...
Well, you just have to get 4 successes. So,
yeah.
peacocks,
so
lions and guns.
I have not thought this through. So I have 2 for my lions.
Yep.
1 peacock.
And 1 wild. That's 4. You've done
That's
it.
4.
That's all you needed.
Oh, okay. So do I just roll dice?
No, we only roll dice on the plot cards, and that's
okay.
not a plot card.
So...
That goes face down into the investigation deck.
Nice.
Okay.
So that's 6 o'clock.
That was
Done.
noon.
Yeah, sorry,
Not
6. Yeah, at noon.
Okay, 2 p.m. I come to the west of the city.
At 2 p.m. I go north.
Put in the north section. And then at 4 p.m. I go to space 2, picking up Rupert Archibald. Wise.
4 p.m.
A lifetime of study has taken its toll on this professor. With 2 professors running around with a burly piece of hired muscle.
It could be worse.
I like it.
So at 4 p.m. I go to space 5, which is Quinton Dimes. Oh, I can't get to him.
Who's Quinton?
Quinton Dimes has shot just about everything. Lions, elephants and the occasional witch doctor. He's worth 2 guns. So I've got guns, I've got octopus and I've got lions. What more could a girl want?
I don't feel like I can answer that.
No, don't.
Now, at 6 p.m, I move to the south of the city again. And Kirsty goes...
6 p.m. I'm going to number 2. Dun, dun, dun. I have to complete this.
Digging up the past.
So I have 2 octopus.
Mm-hmm. So that's 2 successes. You need 2 more successes.
I have an octopus.
3 successes.
And I have a wild.
4 successes.
Which is an octopus.
Okay.
Phew. I wasn't sure I was going to do that one then.
Okay.
So
And
that was 6 p.m.
Yeah.
Okay.
And at 8 p.m,
Mm-hmm.
I move to space 4. And you move, I'm guessing, to space
At
3.
8 p.m.
I really
go...
hope.
Yeah, do you want to do yours first?
Yeah,
though?
but let's move you first.
Okay, yeah.
I have to do my first.
You do, yes.
Okay, so I can use owls and only owls to complete this. So first and foremost, I draw and really hope that I don't get the bad card.
So do I. What is it?
It's storyteller. The events I tell of never occurred somewhere out there, yet they happen all the time in here.
Oh,
Fine. I mislead people with stories, apparently.
okay.
So, from that card I get 1 dice.
Mm-hmm.
From my own personal card I get 2.
Mm-hmm.
From Rupert Archibald I get an additional 2 dice.
How
So,
about your wild?
that was my wild
Oh,
incorporated.
right, okay.
So I've got 5 dice. And yeah, we could really do with,
A few more.
yeah.
Is there anything else you can do?
No, it's fine.
Come on.
I should get 1.5 successes.
Come on, you can do this. Come on.
1. That's fine. 1's good. We're in the clear. Okay, let's have a look at the story. An errand boy hands you a letter from the society calling themselves the Lodge of the Night Owl. You recognise the lavish stationery from the letter that initially brought your little group together. The Night Owls urge you to pay them a visit sooner rather than later. The password is given as a riddle. The riddle challenges your deductive capacity, but you are quite sure you have the password.
Oh.
It sounds like we've got a password to the lodge.
It does, certainly.
Okay, so Kirsty, you're at
I'm on,
your plot.
yes, which is Detective Ward. So, I have to do this first, is that right?
Yep, reveal a card.
Please don't be the former card. Right.
It's okay. It's not helpful, but it's okay.
So, it's daring. Unlike thinking, action will overcome fear.
Really?
Apparently.
But not for this test.
No. Well, it's got a lion.
Oh, it has, yeah.
A
So,
lion. So
one dice to the
lion.
right.
And then I've got 2 lions there.
2 more dice.
Yep. And then what else do I need?
Octopuses
2
and
octopus
owls.
there.
Okay, nice.
And then I myself have an octopus and a wild, so 2 more.
Okay, you now get to see Kirsty roll 7 blanks. No.
3!
3 is good, and in fact 3 is fantastic.
Yes.
Oh, actually no.
What?
3's only in the clear on that card. What a shame.
That felt really high.
Yeah, it would be for most of them, but Detective Ward is a bit more
no.
sinister. Detective Ward of Scotland Yard has summoned you. In a very no-nonsense way, he tells you to cease whatever you think you are doing. He does not care for vigilantes. Meddling with police business is a serious felony. There will not be a second warning.
Oh dear. I'll best behave.
You sense, really, you sense something isn't right and decide to put on an act. I'm not sure what act you're putting on, but well done you.
I live this way.
Okay, that's good. So far, so
we're at
good.
10 p.m.
We are at 10 p.m. and I move to space 5 and pick up Vicar Cravens.
Okay.
He is. Vicar Cravens performs ad hoc services for a very modest donation.
Really?
Yeah. He's a priest for hire. I'm
Okay.
not sure how that works, but fine.
So now it's 10 p.m. and I'm going west. Go west. Don't do it.
Really.
Midnight. I'm going to...
Midnight sees me at a grand ball.
Oh, lovely.
Yes.
How are you going to complete this?
I have no idea.
You can't actually complete.
I've got a wild, so I'm halfway there.
You only need 1 actually.
I only need 2 successes.
Ah, okay. And to get your card right then.
Yeah, I'm going to struggle. But
I could smash this one.
But they're more important to smash because that's only 3 dread, whereas that's 4 dread and that's 4 dread. So they're much more important.
So do you want to do yours first, then I'll move to mine?
No, move first. We always move first.
I'm going to the madman.
Okay. So I currently have 1 success from my wild, and I have 1 card that will help.
Oh no.
And I get my flawed ritual, so I actually have to roll the trauma dice and add not even my wild.
No.
So I become unhinged, which is fine unless I get another unhinged. If I become unhinged again, I add 5 to the dread level. And I also fail that test. So over to you. Now, let's hope
So what happens with that then?
Nothing.
We just gain
there.
the dread for it.
Yeah, we will gain the dread for it.
Great. Let's see if Jacqueline can do a better job. Shall
Okay,
we?
really, let's.
So, what does she need?
You've got balls, owls, and revolvers.
2 revolvers.
Okay, so that's 2 of the 5 successes you need. Yeah, it's looking bad for you too.
I've got my wild.
That's 3 revolvers. 3 successes.
Shall I turn the card over?
You can add the virtue card.
Oh yeah, which is anything. That's 4 then. Yeah,
4.
I'll do that.
You need 1 more though.
No, it's not. It says it's 4.
No, it says 5.
Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna have to turn the card over, aren't I?
Or you can go for the investigation deck.
Oh, what was it last time? What did you do?
I drew 1 of those. But how many? So you need bull,
1.
owl, or revolver.
Yeah.
What? How many have you got in your deck?
In my deck.
You've
1
got
ball,
2
1
cards.
owl. I think it's better to take one of those.
Okay, so we can now turn over as many investigation cards as Kirsty would like. And actually, this one's worth it because it also gives us 3 symbols into the investigation deck as well.
Just 1.
Off you go.
Whew.
You've got a revolver, so that is a
That's good.
success.
Thank God.
So that goes into there,
Yeah.
and that gets discarded.
So that was a revolver and a ball.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Thank God. And I didn't risk getting any trauma.
Okay, 2 a.m. I move to the west of the city.
2 a.m. I'm going there.
To the site of a
Yes.
grim accident.
Oh no.
So you
What do I
need
need?
lions, and you need 2 of them. So
That's spare. So I've got 2 lions
That's fine.
there, plus my wild.
you only needed 2.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And then I go here, and Kirsty goes there.
Hiya.
Hi, how you doing? So we now get to build a dice pool.
Hello, Professor.
Hello, Jacqueline. So I got doves. I get 2 for him, 1 for myself, 1 for my wild, 1 for my owl, 2 for this owl. So that's what I get. That's not a bad pool of dice.
How about mine? Because we do it together.
Yeah,
We combine them.
but I'll go first. and keep my successes out, and then you can go and keep your successes out.
Okay.
We want 4+ if we can, because we gain 4 items, which feels good to me.
Okay.
But before I go any further, I must draw one of these cards. If I draw the bad card again, I get to roll the trauma dice and don't get to add my symbols, which would mean taking 3 dice out of that dice pool.
Oh no. Don't do it.
I haven't. I've become a voodoo practitioner, which gives me another dove.
Nice.
So, I don't think I need to add any more at this stage. It's 2, 4, 6, 8 dice.
Wow.
So there should be at least easy
How
to...
many are you going to get?
4 or better is where I want to be.
Between us?
Yeah.
Okay. You can do this. Wow.
1, 2, 3, 4 successes so far. So the real plus here is any additional successes that Kirsty gains is going to be adding confidence dice into that deck as well.
Yeah.
So the more we get, the better at this stage.
So what do I need then?
So you've got owls, peacocks and doves. Figure it out.
So I've got 1 peacock. And I don't have any doves or owls.
Have you got any wild cards?
I have. Is that my wild card? That one, yes. 1. And I've already used my chalice, haven't I?
Yeah.
Did I use it on the last one?
I don't know. Why have you got the token if you've used it?
I don't know. I'm asking you if I.
Why did you? I don't remember. Why did you not discard it?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I think that might be it. Unless I turn a card over.
But you're going to have to turn a card because it's a plot.
Oh yeah, okay.
So
Anyway.
give them a shuffle and turn one over.
I shuffled them last time, ready to use it, and I didn't use it anyway. I don't know. I'm really nervous now in case I get this wrong.
Another peacock.
Gain a virtue token.
Okay.
So a peacock.
Let's gain a virtue token.
Shall I take this one that's here?
Yes, go on.
And then shall I use that one? Do we need another one now, or shall I keep it for the next go?
It's up to you. I mean,
Do we carry them forward?
we've already passed this test, and we'll gain 4 items out of it that we can divide amongst ourselves. So
actually, shall I just leave it there then?
yeah, I think so. Roll the 3 dice and see if, like, even just 1 success here would be really good. 2's even better. So 2 gives us 2 confidence cards into that deck, which we know the confidence cards are particularly powerful. Okay, let's have a look at the card. Following the instruction provided in the message, you arrive at the lodge. As you enter, a lush interior greets your eye. A soft red carpet, Roman statues, plants, drapes and bookcases brimming with tomes of ancient lore. I'm excited as a professor. Tomes of ancient lore sound really cool. From high, gold-framed paintings of men wearing bird masks watch your steps. Why bird masks? I don't know.
Because they can.
A butler escorts you to the ceremonial hall where a circle of masked gentlemen await. If they're masked, how do we know they're gentlemen? That's what I want to know.
Physique?
They all nod. They all nod and hoot.
Woo! That's because I just walked into the room.
Is it really? Then the Grand Master speaks. We are fighting the same enemy, he says, and wish to offer our help. A butler brings you an array of items. You pick the ones you find useful.
Can I just show people that if I don't get a week dressed like that, then something is wrong with the world.
So we get 4 items.
Can we choose any 4?
We get 4, and we can split them ourselves.
Okay. And how about these ones?
No, because we get indications to select from there for the supply. And that was just given 4 items.
So
we've got brandy. That's always good. We've got Dr. Roghazin's treatise.
Okay.
We've got thieves' tools, and we've got Calypso's notebook.
Okay. I have lions. You don't have any lions.
I'll take the brandy. Okay. I've got loads of cogs, so if you want those...
I've got no cogs at all.
Take those, 'cause I've got 2 cogs on my toolbox. Okay, so that ends chapter 1.
So now we need to add up the dread.
Yep.
Presumably.
So, let's start with cards that haven't been revealed. So, we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 18, 20 dread from those cards.
How did you get to 18? Did you 2?
We get 3 from this card. 1, 2, 3. And we get 2 from there. 1, 2.
Did you skip a number then?
No.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Yeah, that's fine.
Actually, you're right. I went too far.
Yeah.
It should have been 18, not 20. So we're at 23. Okay, that's not awful.
No.
Definitely.
We've been much worse at this stage.
We have.
So, what do we do now?
So now we set up for chapter 2. Okay. So what we do is you're just going to flip all these over and take them out of the game. So we've lost certain allies now. They have disappeared from London. They know bad things are happening, but this just allows us to split. In fact, We will return once we've set up the second half of the game.
Yeah.
You find our intrepid investigators, Howard Milton
and Jacqueline Degras.
Howard is a professor, and for more than 3 decades he's struggled to decipher the writings of an outlandish tome brought back from the heart of Africa. 2 days ago he had a breakthrough correlating the tome's letters with certain stone tablets stored in the basement of the British Museum. You finally broke the code. A storm is coming, a maelstrom of murder and madness that will consume the world unless someone fights back. Determined to do just that, you tie your bow tie and head out into the streets of London, because you should never fight evil without a bow tie.
He says not wearing a bow tie.
I know, it's tricky. Welcome to Howard. Okay, Jacqueline, do you want to tell us about yourself?
She's a little sauce pot here.
Just tell us about yourself.
Okay. Jacqueline Degras. You used to be the brightest star on the Parisian night sky. Living a fast life of extravagant debauchery, you were wooed by every Romeo and well-off dandy in the city of love.
Kirsty's been typecast.
Oh, not true. In the end, you surrendered to a Swiss noble who, not long after the engagement, insisted you accompanied him to a midnight ceremony.
Really?
The masked men, their dark cloaks, the savage rituals of nauseating depravity made your stomach turn. Breaking off the engagement, you fled to your sister in London. Now you are here, but the place is ransacked and your sister is missing.
So, find your sister.
Find my sister.
In story 1, the letter, we were delivered a letter from a mysterious group. We don't know who they are at this stage. And we were hunting down clues to them. They have then given us a little bit more information, and we move on to story 2. In story 2, I will read from the book.
Da-da-da.
Yes. As the first rays of light break through a gloomy morning fog, your small group comes together to go over the evidence. In the notebook you retrieved from Mr. Reynard is a list of 8 people. Arthur Reynard is the first among them. Having witnessed the grim fate of the archaeology professor, you are left with little doubt that Reynard is the first victim in a series of planned murders. The connection to you is somewhat nebulous, but the facts present a moral imperative. Unless you warn the remaining 7 on the list, they will not live to see another sunrise.
Oh no. I'd just like to point out that Reynard is fox. And so is Vulpes.
Okay. I'm glad you're here.
Thank you.
The start of chapter 2. 24 hours have passed. You are exhausted and on the brink of collapse. The headline of today's issue of the Times read, "Cape Killer strikes again!" From the article you learned that the body of Professor Arthur Reynard was found yesterday by his maid. The poor woman had been left unconscious in the basement for 2 days due to a drug-induced coma. When she came to, she stumbled up the stairs and found Reynard with his slit throat and the cluttered mess of his study. Detective Ward of Scotland Yard declares, "Police efforts will be escalated immediately." You grasp for some kind of connection between Mr. Reynard, the killer's list, and yourself, but can find no other link than the letter that brought you together. Either way, there are still 7 names left on the list, and likely not a lot of time. Determined to outpace the killer, you wish each other luck and head out into the dawn.
Good luck. Okay, then.
Okay. And for some reason, our protagonist is the police, who are out to get us. We must escape. The police are closing in. Only one character can withdraw before each challenge. So we'll talk about that later when we come on to the challenge.
Okay.
But without any further ado, we move on to chapter 2.
Ooh.
Okay, you join us at the start of chapter 2. We currently have 23 dread. If we ever hit 50 dread, the game ends and we fail. But we're better than that. We've done all right. We've got some items. We've got some allies. We are ready to go. We have 6 plots to uncover. So 2 of these areas have got 2 plots in them. We need to really manage the dread this round because the chance of piling dread on is quite high. We could do with some successes to build that deck a little bit as well. So we've got a lot to do. We've got now 12 minutes to do it in. So Kirsty, do you want to start our timer?
Ready?
I'm ready.
Step. No, shall we do that again? Ready, steady, go.
And if Kirsty thinks I'm editing that out, she's wrong. Okay, so I'll do the south again and west, and if you do the north and east.
Oh, God.
Oh, the butcher.
Burning
Hey, I got a plot. Can I get Mrs. Doyle, please? Thank you. I got another plot.
I got a plot.
You go first.
I think it might be easier to put them like that.
No, you go first, and then I take that one, because that was the order they were revealed, even though I said it first. So I'm going to leave that alone for now.
Oh no.
Oh, come on.
No.
Okay, I've managed to reveal everything in the west.
Plot.
Okay, and then my plot.
How many plots are we at now? There's one more somewhere.
Yeah.
It's not good. It means we're going all over the shop.
It does.
So how many have we got here?
We have one. We have two here. So no more here.
One there. So it's either going to be here or here.
Yeah. Turn the card and hope that wasn't a plot. Your turn. Oh, Kirsty.
It's obviously my fault.
Oh, it's the Queen of Saigon.
So it has to be that one then.
Why? Because it could be here as well.
Oh no.
That's why you were turning in the east.
Oh no, we really are stuck.
Okay, we've got a lot of dread coming on. We need to clear out as much dread as possible.
Right. So where do we need to end up at?
A, B, C, D, E, F.
Here.
Yes.
So we need to be at E2 at 4 AM. So if we put a 2 in at 4. Oh no, we're all over the place. This is not good. There's so much movement.
Well, let's have a look what we can do. So let's start with the plot. So A requires peacocks and skulls.
I can do that.
Have you got skulls?
Yeah.
Oh, you've got loads of skulls in your
1,
items.
2,
That's cool.
3,
4 with your
4.
wild.
How many do you need? 5.
Yeah, and skull. Well, you don't need 5. You need to roll the dice. So
Oh.
3 or 4 dice should be enough to get through that without bad.
Okay, so I'll start at. So go down to south 4.
And if you can clear these two up as well, the Colonel Morgan and the Butcher, that'd be useful. Now,
So-
where's B? B's over
going
there.
down to 4. What am I doing? Sorry.
You're trying to do the Butcher, Colonel Morgan, and Mrs. Doyle.
Right, is there any more plots that fall in the noon before?
Before noon.
Yeah. Before I start doing it.
Daytime.
Okay.
Where's the other ones? Yeah, daytime
Yeah.
there. Nighttime.
Yeah, nighttime.
Nighttime.
Oh my god, we're gonna have to do those. Oh, that's horrible. Okay. So I'm
To be fair,
doing
that gives us the
4.
daytime to clear out some spaces.
I haven't. You've got the balls.
I'm going to be over there, but I can come over here first and try and clear some stuff. So,
Okay, can I just say it's better for you to do this because owls and cogs.
but you've got a cog.
I've got 1, 2 cogs, and that's it. I don't have any owls.
You got wild card. You need 3 dice. That would help, to be fair.
For me to do that one.
Or alternatively, are you going to do that one, which is guns and octopuses?
Yes, I can do
that's
that
yours.
one.
Okay, so I need to be here for the end of the day at least. So A, B, so that one needs to be done first or at the same time at least.
Okay, so I'm going down to 4 to do this one first.
Mm-hmm. Can you also do the butcher? Guns, lions and bulls.
I've got lions
Yes.
and guns.
You need 4 successes, so yes.
3. Then I go across.
Yep.
To 3. So I need to go across to 3. Then you need to do C at 2 PM or later.
2 p.m. I can probably do that at 2. So, okay, so where are we going next?
Oh, Lord.
So what I've got is a problem here. Like ideally,
Go on.
I think F is where we end up anyway at
Yeah.
night, so you can ignore that. Can you do D as a first point of call at night?
So it's going up to 2.
Yeah, because it's bulls and guns. I think you've got. Oh, you haven't got any bulls, have you? I've got the bulls.
You're the one with the balls.
Yeah, but you're the one with the guns.
How many does it need?
It's a dice roll, so we've got. Well, no, I don't think either of us can deal with that effectively. Whereas that one's doable. I think.
I've got lions and some cogs.
I've got up to 4
Worst
cogs.
case scenario, you can use that one, yeah.
Yeah, I'll deal with this. If I deal with this area, then if I do C,
I can't do much dread because 3/4 of it is moving around. That's the problem. So I'm starting by going down to 4, completing this one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do 3, and then I have to go across to 3. Then I'm doing 1, Crazy Ivan. I can try and do cogs.
So I've done those 2.
So 3. So 3, 1. To do 4 and then a 5.
Is there a time you need me to do C? Actually, no, because it needs to be after you've done B. You do B straight away when you go into there. Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got 5 minutes left to do this planning.
Yeah, 3. Then I need to go. I'm going up.
I can't do those 2 at all, but I've done those 3.
I can't get anywhere near it.
Fine.
Shall I tell you what I've done? Do you want to know?
Tell me whatever you want. Have you done the butcher?
I was just about to tell you. So I go down,
Mm-hmm.
do 4.
Yep.
Do 3.
Yep. Good.
Go across to B.
And it's immediately at noon. Do that one. Yeah. Okay.
Then I do 1, 4, 5 to clear those 3 out.
Yep.
Then I go up to do D, and then I have to go across to come to F, or else I can't do it.
So you're doing D at 10 a.m., 10 p.m.
Yeah.
So shall I try and get to D at the same time? We can combine symbols.
If you want, yeah.
It feels like a good idea because
as long as you can do D, E, and get to F.
E.
We haven't done A. I don't think we can. But it's the only.
I can't join you for that one then.
Okay. Well, what happens if we don't get it?
The worst thing is we raised red by 5, so that might happen.
I can't do anything else now. I've done it, but I haven't used any of those, which is good.
Okay.
You concentrate on that.
So I have gone this way.
Yeah.
5, 6, and 1 are done. So that one, and that one are done.
Mm-hmm.
Then I come that way. No, I want to come down, don't I? And then I do Colonel Morgan.
Mm-hmm.
And you've done the butcher. So I then get a bit of freedom. I need to be back there to do E. At night time after you've done A, B, C, D, E.
So I've done D at midnight.
Ouch. So I need to do that at midnight as well. And then basically come over there.
Yeah.
And I can't really do it. I don't think I can do anything else in there. But can I do one of the ones at the top? That's the question.
Why would you go to the top? Oh, but why you're there?
Well, no, just because.
The Queen of Saigon?
But
she's the opposite. Is it better for me to do that and swap whatever? Oh, I think I've only got the ability to do one now. The Queen of Saigon's horrible. In fact, they're all horrible. But I've tried to get rid of as much dread as I can here.
I mean, the Queen of Saigon gives us a lot of dread. As does to be fair, the noose gives us just as much.
They're all horrendous. And you can complete. Oh no, the noose is better.
The noose is more likely. I've got 2. Actually, I can complete the noose, so I should
do that one.
Have I got 2 ones showing?
Yeah.
Yes, I have. So I go there, I do that one, and then I go that way. No, I need to come back down here, so I need to go west.
Can we just check it now?
Yeah, so I go west, do 1, 5, 6, done. Come down.
To do 1.
To do 1. Actually, I could change that and just do. Can you just write that? I could change that to try and do all of those at the same time.
Okay.
That might help.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, definitely.
But then what am I doing before then? Do I go north and try and clear out those at the top? So if I go north, this is complete replanning.
It's okay. It's all right. It's
not
okay.
good this time.
It's okay. So in the north,
right, you're gonna have to figure it out for yourself now. Unfortunately.
No, I'm just letting you know that the only one I'm completing in north is 2.
2, okay.
So the rest
are
deal
for
with.
me. So 1's going in there.
2 I'm doing. 3.
Yeah, thanks. I know you're doing 2. That's fine. I just need to figure out what order I'm doing these in. 1, 3. 3 might be optimistic. 1, 3, 5 seems unlikely. 6 seems likely. 6, 1, 6.
That's only 3 dread rares. These are 4s.
Yeah, but I can't do that.
Okay.
I might be able to do. I can't. No, I've got 4. I can potentially do 4. But where is my 4?
It's only going to be under an arrow.
4.
And then you're going down to.
Then I need to come to C.
Yeah, you have to do that.
Then I come down to C.
Yeah.
And I do C, and then I do 1, 5, and 6 in there. So I do C. Oh, and then I do C down here.
Yeah.
Then I go west.
Yeah.
And then do 5, 6, and 3. 5.
And then that's
6.
E. So let's just check E. What time are you doing?
Midnight.
E? Midnight. And I'm doing D at midnight. So that works as long as we end up at
5
F.
and 6, 5 and 6. 6 is 4 dread. 5 is only 3. I could do with doing 1 instead. Have I got a 1? We're done for time. Okay, that's as good as it's going to get.
Oh, yeah, it's vibrating, sorry. So that's going to be shaking the camera.
It's fine.
Okay.
It's a nice special effect. If you had the camera vibrate, that was our special effect just for you. Enjoy it. Okay.
Okay.
This is going to be relatively unpleasant, but let's see what we get. It's going to be horrendous. Okay, so at 6 a.m, I go to the north of the city.
6 a.m, I go south.
Okay, take that out. And then I go to space 1. And you go to...
Space 4.
Okay, so do you want to do Mrs. Doyle first, because you've got some dice to pick from?
Yes. So I have...
so peacocks and skulls.
Yep, so that's 2.
Okay. Put them in the middle.
I also have... when I use them, I just use them on that go, don't I?
Yeah.
So, and I've got...
Oh no, they're depleted, so they... Well, no,
that's only the end if I deplete.
No, but you use them, you can't use them again in another test. Until the end of the chapter.
Oh God. I haven't worked this out very well, have I?
Well, draw a card first, because you're going to need to do that. And if you get your failed ritual, we're basically raising the dread by 5. Or not, yours isn't failed ritual, is it? It's something else, but...
Lost sister.
Yeah.
Of course. How can I be a good Catholic and dress like that?
So you get another peacock.
Gain a virtue. So I get another virtue token. And my virtue...
Don't forget, you can use virtues for wilds as well.
Is wild. So how high do we need to get this?
Well, 1 success would be good.
So shall I put another 1 in and use a virtue token?
Okay, if you want to.
So
it's your
that
decision.
Token
I'm telling you what to do.
I'll do that. And then I've still got 1 virtue token left to use in future. So that was my charmer. Enchante. Lovely. Apparently I'm a charmer.
Look at all the dice. 3 successes.
Woo!
3 is good because you get a confidence card as well.
And I gain a random item. So random is from here.
Yeah.
Ooh, skulls.
Well, you could have added loads of skulls in.
Yep. 2 times to any character in my area.
Oh, any character. Nice.
Yeah.
Bertha Doyle is a widow of the recently deceased Inspector of the British Museum, J. Sebastian Doyle. Oh. She is trapped in a lifeless depression. Oh. You must shake her up. You hold Mrs. Doyle's hands with awareness and presence. Your sincerity breaks the spell of depression and she bursts into tears. Before you leave, Mrs. Doyle hands you a parcel left by her husband. He told me to save it for the right person. You are that person. God bless you.
That's lovely.
Mrs. Doyle. We've got her out of the city.
Yes.
Bonus.
Success.
Okay, I need 4 successes up here. I have 1 wild, that's a success. I have 2 owls, and I am struggling for the other one. Oh, skulls. We can cash that in. Oh, owls. There's my... Yeah, 3 owls and a wild. So that one is completed successfully.
Nice.
Goes into there. Okay, 10 a.m. I move to space 6.
10 a.m. I go to number 3.
Okay, so let's have a look at mine. So I've got skulls, lions, and doves. So the dove gives me 1 and 3 there, and my wild gives me a 4th. So I complete the street preacher.
Okay.
You're looking at bulls, lions, and guns.
So I have 2 guns, 2 lions.
That'll do you.
Oh, okay. Nice.
So far, so good. And then I move to number 4, which is where things might go wrong.
So I'm going across to the east.
Okay. And I need 5 successes from guns, doves, peacocks, and bulls. So I've got 3 doves, 2 bulls, 5 successes.
Okay, good.
Done.
That's good.
It's Boris Wolfram.
Nice.
I just wanted to say Wolfman, but fine. Okay. 2 p.m.
2 p.m. I am going to number 3, which is Lord Montgomery.
And I come to the south of the city.
So, if
Octopus
this
and
card
guns.
raises dread, discard it. So I need octopuses and guns. So I've got 2 octopus, 2 guns, plus my own octopus, and a wild. So that's 6, I think. I can... Do I need to use
Well, you need to do one of your personality cards
yeah,
first as well.
Oh no, this is the bit I dislike most, to be honest with you. It makes me feel uncomfortable.
So
Enchanté.
an octopus.
The charmer. So again, another virtue taken.
You've got one discarded up there.
Okay. Do I use this at this point?
You have 7 dice. So you should be able to get at least 1.
And do we get confidence cards though?
Only if you get 3 or better. Getting a random item, that's fine.
Okay. So that is there. So are these my dice?
Yeah.
No, these are my dice.
They're your dice.
Okay. So I need to get
1 success.
Oh no.
That's fine.
I know, but I wanted to lower the dread.
Yeah, lowering the dread would have been better, but that's fine.
Oh.
Member of Parliament Alan Ward Montgomery has long been pushing for a commission to uncover British colonial activity. His recent article in the Times caused much uproar and sparked a series of vicious accusations among certain members of Parliament. Your no-nonsense presentation of the facts eventually gets a message through. Lord Montgomery will be safe.
Yes. I've saved the man.
You've saved the man. Okay.
Good.
4 p.m.
So
I
4
moved.
p.m.
You're
I'm
moving.
going to number 1. Oh.
So,
Crazy beast.
Crazy Ivan. So I am going to. I have 2 out. I'd like to do the card first because we might as well get the horrible out of the way first.
Oh gosh, please.
I don't want to roll the trauma dice again. That would be bad.
Yes, it would.
Mind over matter. Physical strength can never permanently withstand the determination of spiritual force, giving me a dove and a bull, which means nothing.
Correct.
However, I get 2 owls, 1 owl for myself, and 1 wild. And I think if I use that now, that's not so great.
Do you need them elsewhere?
I need them there.
Yeah, you do.
So I will use Calypso's notebook to add another one.
Okay.
And let's hope I get at least 1 success.
Fingers crossed.
I could always turn one of those over.
Do you want to do that? Would you prefer to do that?
It's lowering the dread by 2.
Yeah,
I
let's
think
do
is
that.
quite useful.
That was a good hand as well.
We got quite a few cards in here.
I meant that.
Yeah, that would be a great roll.
You did. You just. Dropped
No,
it.
I didn't roll those.
Ah.
You can't do
I
that.
think he shook his hand and placed
No.
them. That would have been good as well. That would have been like 2 compliments.
So owls or cogs? Nothing.
Oh no.
I'm not doing another one because that's way too useful for us later in the game. So here we go. Let's see if I can get a success.
You can do this.
4
Wow, so you were
successes.
destined to have it.
So 2 confidence cards. 1,
Nice.
2. And lower the dread by 2. 1, 2.
That's what we want to hear.
It is what we want to hear.
Dread lowering.
Colonel Arthur Lloyd Morgan has returned to England after serving a lifetime in the African colonies. You have tracked him to the Travellers' Club and must gain admittance to deliver your warning.
You should be fine, it's a gents club.
A few Latin quips quickly disarm the doorman. Inside the club, you find a big-name hunter delivering tipsy tales of adventures to a small group of armchair listeners. You take him aside and pierce his insobriety enough to convince him to leave London immediately.
Yes.
Awesome.
Another one saved.
Another one saved. And you need 6 successes here.
Jacqueline now needs to deal with Crazy Ivan. Okay, so 2 lions, 2 octopus, 2 guns.
That's done. Nice. That was easy.
Thank God for that.
Okay, so 6 p.m.
So, yes.
I come to the west of the city.
I'm going to number 4. Oh, look at Jacqueline there.
Okay.
Sorting out the breaking. Oh,
Okay, so can you succeed in the break-in?
let's hope so. As I'm there.
Bulls, octopus, and cogs.
So I've got 1 octopus there.
Yep. 1 wild.
1 wild, so that's 2.
Yep. Your ally gives you 2, which
Which
completes.
one? Oh yes, that one. Yeah, of course. I was looking for balls. I always forget that you can do it all just with 1 type.
Yeah.
Phew. Okay.
Then I move to 5, a figure in the fog, at 8 p.m.
Oh, I panicked then. Yeah, this is right. I'm in burning building.
Okay.
You do yours first.
So a figure in the fog, bulls, doves, and guns. So doves I have 3, and my wild gives me 4.
And how many do you need?
I need 4.
All right, perfect.
So a figure in the fog.
So burning building. Your
3.
adversaries do not shy away from cowardice.
3 lions.
So I've got 2 lions
Mhm.
and my wild.
Okay, success.
Phew. Okay.
And then I go to 6, a fortune teller.
Fortune teller.
Yeah. Where are you going? At 10.
At 10 p.m. I'm going north.
Okay. So doves, skulls, and octopus. So I have 3 doves and a wild, which will get me where I need to be.
Okay. Midnight. I'm going to Miss Arlene O'Donnell.
And I move to 3. Furman Archer. Okay, for Furman.
Oh, well, you can't do Furman yet.
I know you need
I've
to
got
do
to
Miss
do
Archer
mine
first.
first.
Yeah, okay. So
So-
bulls and guns.
I need to do my card first.
Yeah, you do.
This is where I get scared.
We're doing well so far, though. There's a lot off the board.
You just jinxed it. I'm going to pull out my trauma card.
I
and have a
haven't
look.
jinxed it.
Oh, no, I didn't.
No.
Whew.
Daring doesn't help you, but doesn't
Daring.
hinder you.
Unlike thinking, action will overcome fear.
Really?
Apparently.
Love it.
So it's peacocks and lions, which do absolutely diddly squat. How many do I need?
As many dice as you can get.
Oh yeah, it's a dice one, isn't it? So 2 lions. Oh no, they're
Bulls.
bulls. Oh, I'm gonna fail.
2 guns.
2 guns. I really need more. Do I use my virtue tokens now to get
I don't know, have you used your wild yet? That you
No, I
automatically
haven't.
get for Jacqueline.
No, I haven't. That gives me another wild if I use one of those.
We don't want to get no results.
I know.
No
Do I
results
have to
from
use that
that.
one as well
I
then?
think it's probably wise to.
Okay. My virtue tokens are
Especially
used.
as you, on your card deck, you have a way of getting virtue tokens, which is quite useful.
Okay. Yeah.
Roll the dice.
Oh, please. Pretty please.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
no.
Kirsty effect strikes again. We raise the dread by 5.
I'm so sorry. Oh, we can't put that one into the deck either, can we?
Yeah, we can, it's fine.
It says
For more
to
than a
start.
decade, Arlene O'Donnell's charm and good looks have earned her a living on the street. Favoured by certain members of the aristocracy, she has picked up enough society secrets and hush-hush tips to match the most conniving politician. However, she could not care less about your warning. You decide to drag her to safety. Surviving on the streets of London for 10 years has taught the lady a trick or two.
Ouch.
As you find yourself staring into the barrel of a pocket pistol, you decide to leave the lady alone.
Oh.
Shame. Now,
Shucks.
I'm depleting that for 4 cogs. In fact, let's turn my card first.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
You might want to pull that back in case.
Well, no, I'll still need the cogs. Mind over matter. I get a dove and a bull, which does nothing, but it doesn't mitigate.
Yeah.
So I'm going to deplete that for 4. So
Okay.
that goes into the item discard pile. And I'm going to use that whiskey for 1. And I've got my wild. So that gives me 6 dice. That will be enough for at least 1 success.
Please. Please.
Yeah, pretty much, please.
Please.
2 successes. Yay!
Yes.
I get to lower the dread by 2, so slightly mitigating the Kirsty effect there. But only
If
slightly.
only it was that easy with me. So.
Night Watchman Furman Archer, going by the name of the King of Clubs, is next on the killer's list.
Oh, no.
You have learned he's a passionate gambler, so trawling London's dice den seems like an obvious choice. In a dim cellar you find the Night Watchman. He's big, drunk and losing. Persuading him to leave the table is not going to be easy. You throw a gold sovereign onto the table. The gambler looks up at you.
You did too.
Oh, I did, didn't I? Yeah.
Mm.
Sorry. In the dim cellar you find the Night Watchman. He is big, drunk and losing. Persuading him to leave the table is not going to be easy.
Oh no.
Your voice fails to cut through the clamour, so you decide to flip to the table. Your boldness paralyses the gamblers, and in the ensuing silence you deliver your warning.
Ooh, nice.
Indeed.
So what time was that? Was that midnight?
That was midnight. And then we come to the east of the city.
We're both going east.
We are. And then we end
Ding, ding,
at
ding.
Crooked Justice.
There's way too much dread on the table.
There's a lot.
Yep.
But it's not as bad as it could have been.
Okay.
So, unencountered investigators lose, so no, we're fine, we're all there.
For each character here, gain 2 confidence, so we've got 4 confidence.
So, we add 4 confidence in. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I feel like we're going to need those.
Yes, so do I. Okay, so we're in to the end game. So,
We need to do the dread.
as you seek out the last victim on the killer's list, you are met by a gang of grizzled constables.
Oh, really?
I can't believe the police have it in for us. That just seems cool. So, dread. 2, 4, 6, 7, 10,
Oh, no.
14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 22, 25, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and we have lost the
burst.
game. We have gone bust.
Oh, no.
However, these lovely people want to see what the end game looks like, so we
They
have
do.
to play the end
They
game.
do.
So let's carry on to the end, but let's put it at 49. We failed to manage the dread by 2, ironically.
Oh.
Yeah, one more thing off the table and we'd have been fine.
Yeah.
Any of them. So here's a word of warning to you. 1, don't let Kirsty roll dice, because she added 5 to the dread on her
Oh,
dice
it was all my
rolls,
fault.
and she could have mitigated it by 2.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Because you did bad.
However, we are going to go into the end game now, and we'll show you how that would work normally. So bear with us, and we will be back with the end game set up and ready to go. Okay, so you rejoin us at the end of the game. Now, what we have done in setting up is we have shuffled the investigation deck and dealt a hand of cards to each player. These are now personal assets and can be used to complete these challenges.
Okay.
Each of the challenges act in the same way as the dread card. There are a number of symbols on them. There's a number of things we need for success, and we can use everything in front of us to help us gain that success. Now, the other thing is, every challenge we will be drawing one of these personality cards and then reshuffling our deck. We'll always reshuffle our deck before we draw a personality card. We can raise the dread level in this instance. However, having already failed at the dread level, we'll carry on. But if we get 1 raised dread, we will end the game at that point, having failed, unfortunately, because we're already there. I've got my items, Kirsty's got her items. They will refresh before the start of each challenge.
Oh, good.
And
That
at
helps.
any point at the start of a challenge, we can decide to duck out. What we're trying to do is collect enough of these dice. We start with 2 each. So we start with 2 of the dice, and eventually at the end of the game we'll be rolling these dice, as many as we can, to try and get up to 10 successes, which we need to succeed.
Between us.
us.
Thank God.
If we'd have managed the dread better, then we'd have been in a better stage. Normally, in the end game with 3 or more players, you're only going to see 3 challenges. But because we're a 2-player game, that's when you start with 2 dice, and we'll see all 6 challenges potentially, which gives us a maximum of 4 dice plus 6 each. So that's a maximum of 18 dice. So hopefully we'll be rolling all of these dice.
We can do this.
10, 12.
That's only
16 dice, sorry. My maths was bad.
It's okay.
So, before the start of each challenge, we need to decide whether or not we were in or out. I'm going to say I'm in to the first challenge.
I'm in.
Yeah,
Let's
I
do
thought
it.
you might be. Okay, so the first challenge, we do this one at a time,
Why is that
is a
challenge one?
sewer entrance, because it's the one that sits on the first
Oh, okay.
stage. These challenge cards have been in the plot all the time, at the bottom of the plot, and our antagonist sits here.
Can we both do it together?
We do it one at a time.
Ah.
So, my doves give me 2, and I need 6. Let's draw one of these cards first. We are at the entrance to the sewers. My Never Matter gives me another dove. So I have got 2, 4, 5, and
You wild?
that is my wild.
Oh, right.
So I've got 1 dove there, 2 dove there, 3, 4 doves there,
There.
5's a wild,
Because it refreshes.
and I've got a lion here to give me 6. I gain an extra dice. That was me there. Kirsty, your turn. Don't forget you got the hand of cards as well, which you can look at to use however you want. Oh, you got this hand of cards as well.
Good Catholic.
It gives you 1 more success.
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
I believe that.
Lovely. So I have a dove.
Okay, that's 1 success. You don't need them.
I have nothing there.
You have a wild there, don't forget.
Oh yeah, 1 wild.
So that's 2 successes.
2 lions.
4 successes. You got 2 cogs there in your equipment.
There and there.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Success.
we have succeeded at the sewer entrance. Okay.
Wonderful, I think.
Refresh all our items.
Yeah.
Are you in for the next challenge?
Yes, I am.
Don't forget to take your dice.
I'm in for them all.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, actually, if I can't do it, there's no point, is there?
Yeah. Okay,
I've got this.
so it's a blockade. We need
Oh, it's
7
7.
successes, and I said I was in, so I'm going to move over. I've got guns, lions, and bulls. So first thing to do, flip a card. So let's give these a shuffle. Flip a card.
Got lions and guns. And a ball. Might feel like I'm going to be using some
Seek
cards.
the truth. I get a lion, which is good for me.
I have sly. The key to good eavesdropping is not getting caught.
That's true, but it doesn't help you with
It
this.
doesn't help me, but it's what I've got. It is
So,
what it is.
I get a lion, so that's 1. My wild is 2. I get 3, 4 with that one. Okay.
They got one there as well.
Oh yeah.
5,
5.
6.
Oh.
Could you got? Oh no, sorry, I was
5.
now.
So yeah.
Sorry.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need 2 more. 5, 6. These are discarded permanently. 6. Just another rubbish one would be good. Okay, let's get rid of that one, which gives me 7, 8. So
Okay.
that's my success. They now get discarded. Just put those up there, and I get a dice. Kirsty, your turn.
So, 2 lions. 2 guns.
Yep, that's 4. Don't forget to draw a card.
Oh yeah, I need to start a bit first, don't I? Oh no, did I draw that one for that one? I drew that one for that one.
Oh, you
didn't
did, yeah, because it didn't help.
Yeah.
Might be best to wait for your turn before drawing a card in
Sorry.
future.
Sorry, so that's 2, 4, 5. What do I need?
7. Don't forget you got that deck of cards to play with.
Oh yeah.
So this is why building the investigation deck is really important through the game. That last card would have sufficed.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
that
but it
would
had
have-
other things on it, so I was trying to find a smaller
Okay,
version
so that's
of it.
success for Kirsty.
Yeah.
And we then go on to the next challenge. We need 5 peacocks and doves. Peacocks and yeah. Well, you can go first then.
Yes. So I've got...
Don't forget to draw a card.
Yes. That's the one I used. Does that need to go
Just
somewhere?
discard.
So sly, which gives me 1 octopus.
Okay.
2, 3.
Yep.
4, 5.
Which is all you need.
Yeah.
And technically that's 6 because you didn't count your wild.
Yeah.
Okay, so for me,
You're going to draw more now, I think.
well, I am, yeah. But I've got a big
Use
deck
lot
of cards.
Ooh.
Storyteller.
Ah.
Get a peacock. So that's 1 success there. 2 successes there. So that's 2. 2. So I need another 3. 2. So 2, 3, 4.
Mm-hmm. 1 more.
Yeah.
There's lots of octopus.
5.
Okay, done.
My deck is running out. Okay, so we discard those and we go on to the final. We go on to the final 3 challenges.
Ooh.
Are you in?
I'm in.
Okay.
Go for it.
5, and it's peacocks and owls. So
Am I going first?
Yeah, go. Draw a card. Another peacock. That's 2 peacocks.
So daring. So 1, 2, 3.
Mm-hmm.
What do I need? 5.
Peacocks and owls. So you need 2 more symbols.
Just trying to see if I've got one that's got both of them.
Yes,
A
you do.
peacock and an owl.
Okay.
Just check there isn't one with 3. No, that's it.
Okay.
So that's me
Another
completed.
success. Now, can I should be able to, but let's turn a card first and foremost. Ah! I had nothing, and I got all the trauma die. So unhinged is the one we don't want. We get 1 dread. I'm going to say that keeps us in the game because we might as well. At this stage, we are cheating. Don't cheat. Don't cheat at games. It's bad.
We're cheating to show you the game.
That's allegedly.
Apparently.
And so I have 2 owls there. I can't add any of my symbols because of that trauma, because of the card. So I'm going to need to find those somewhere else. I've got 1 owl there, so that's 3.
Yeah.
So I need 2.
2 owls or peacocks. Oh, you have to use 2 cards. Oh.
And 2 confidence cards as well.
Yeah.
That's really painful. Okay, so those 2 go in to give me another dice.
Okay.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm still in, but this might be my last
2,
in.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Are you
10.
in or out?
I'm in. I'm
Okay.
always in.
You can go first then. Draw a card.
Okay. Sly.
Gives you an octopus, that's
So
something.
I've got 1 octopus. 2 octopus there.
That's 3 octopus.
3, 4, 5.
You need 1 more symbol.
Just trying to see if there's a small one with it on. An octopus or a ball, is it?
Yeah, I think the octopus might actually be a snake. But yeah.
Oh, have I been calling it?
We both have, it's fine.
Okay.
So you need 1 symbol. Anytime.
That's got both of them on.
Fine.
Octopus and a ball.
Okay, 1 more dice.
Okay. We've got this.
I'm not sure.
We've got this.
We'll see.
We've got this.
Storyteller doesn't help me at all. So I have 2 balls and a wild. That's 3. I need 3 more symbols. Four, 5. 6 symbols there.
Whew. Close.
Okay, and the last challenge, I may well sit out.
Do you have to choose now?
Yes. In fact, no, I'm not. I'll go for it. I'm in.
Shall I turn it over?
Are you in?
Yeah, I'm in.
Okay.
I'm
You got loads of things.
You can smash this.
I can smash that. That's easy.
He's fine.
So I'll go first.
Diversion.
My
Pinch
card.
of sulphur, a few drops of blood can work wonders.
My first is
Really.
storyteller. I get an owl from that. 2 owls, 3 successes, 4, 5 successes,
Might as well use that.
and that gives me 1 billion successes.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Okay, so I'm going to struggle with this one. So I need to get to 6.
Yeah. But don't think you got 2 there. In fact,
2,
how are you going to struggle?
3.
In fact, you can deplete that
4.
card because you're not going to use it again.
So 3.
4.
Oh, can I take that instead?
No, because you're not going to
Deplete
dice.
Oh.
Oh, 2 wild. Yeah, of course you can.
I meant that.
So you can take the wild, yeah, not the successes.
I can't take the success.
Well, why? You're not going dice.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So I'll take 2 wild there and 3 wild there.
Yeah, fine.
Which is giving me an overspill. And I've got lots of confidence cards left.
Okay, so we come into the final element of the game, which is a final dice roll. We have all 16 dice. We need 10 successes
This is going to be
to
hard.
win.
This is going to be hard. Can we do them a few at a time?
You can do yours a few at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not a bad roll, actually. That's half when I shouldn't really be getting half. Kirsty, over to you. You need 6 successes. 2. That's much worse.
That's made it to 6.
Yeah,
6.
we needed 6.
I think you should have said need to make it to 10.
So we have unfortunately lost, which means we get. And in fairness, we had failed anyway. So let's have a read of the final story, which is defeat. You make it to your safe house. Lungs burning, you did it. Outran the police. The sun will be up soon. Time to catch some sleep. As you close your eyes, the door is kicked down. Constables rush in, and through the clatter, Detective Ward yells a series of murder charges. You try to put a fight, but are quickly overrun. One by one, you succumb to the relentless pounding of batons.
Ow.
As your consciousness fades, you know that when you wake up, it will be to the rope.
Oh no.
So ends our journey through London Dread. Kirsty, what do you think of the game?
I like this game for a number of reasons. I like the time of day factor in it. I think that's really clever because you have to go at that specific time. So although it feels you have the freedom, you are very much tied in. Yeah,
it's tight.
Yeah. I like the characters. I like the artwork, and obviously, my usual thoughts of I like the.
It's pretty.
It's pretty. I feel the timing mechanism is really good because you could faff around a lot with that if you didn't have that rush. I like the fact that the characters have got different strengths and obviously other different weaknesses. I think perhaps I think we did well with our allies.
Yeah,
I feel we had a good spread of the allies, and I felt like the items that we had helped us.
Yeah, we didn't do bad with the items.
Towards the end there. I think the fact that you can build the investigation deck towards the end of the game is a fantastic mechanism. That's really good. I don't like the dice. The dice are not my friends. Nothing to do with the fact that I can't seem to.
It's quite nice that dice hate Kirsty instead of me for a change, which is good.
No, it's not. No, but I it's got that in the fact that it says dread in the name, you dread turning over each card and you feel that. So yeah, I enjoy this game, and I like that you are somewhat limited with the clock. Should we refer to it as the sundial or the clock?
Yeah.
With the numbers, but it's good that it has this other option.
Yeah, a little bit of an escape mechanism, which is quite nice.
That's nice. What do you think? I really enjoy it.
So I've got a couple of issues with the game, but overall I will play this game happily again through the set of stories. Whether the replayability is there, not so sure. Once you've got through all the stories, you're basically then going back to replay. And as far as I know, Grey Fox Games haven't released any expansions or any new stories for this game. And it does come with some app support, which I can't find the app anymore, which is a bit of a shame. Overall, the planning phase and the investigation phase of the game is fantastic. The timed elements, the real-time element of getting around the city, figuring out where you need to be, coordinating amongst yourselves, absolutely fantastic. A great, fun way of playing the game. And those first, the 2 chapters in most of the scenarios, most of the stories is just a lot of fun to play. Even the dice rolls aren't that massive at that stage. Managing dread's really important. And actually, I think early on, the first couple of times you play it, managing dread doesn't seem that important, but it stacks up so quickly. So managing dread, as you saw there, we were realistically, we were one success by Kirsty on one dice roll away from not being in the situation we were in. We still would have failed.
Always Kirsty's fault.
Still would have failed.
Always Kirsty's
It's not what I said. I just that's the truth of the matter.
I'm joking.
Yeah. But my big disappointment with this game is the end game.
Okay.
Like, I understand and I know there's a need to have some form of climax at the end of the game. You need to have like this piece where you face off the antagonist and you either succeed or fail at that element. But you've had such a like adrenaline up, and so much excitement running around the board trying to figure out things. Like, and when you actually get to the playing of after the planning phase, the investigation phase, and you're suddenly looking at your dial going, oh, did I put that in the right place? Did I put that? It's like genuinely, like, you feel the tension building. It's fantastic. There is no tension at the end of the game.
That's true.
The end of the game could have been and needed to be written in such a way that the last thing you do isn't just go and
That's
hope.
it. Yeah.
That.
You actually probably did that there.
No, I didn't.
No, you got the same.
Now,
Destiny.
that in itself, to me, is just such a shame for such a fun game with great stories.
Mm-hmm.
It's such a shame that the end of each scenario is actually quite weak. You have this huge amount of excitement through 90% of the game. This challenge area, this is not a lot of the game. This is a very tiny portion of the game, and yet for me, it just sort of cuts the story off dead in a dice roll.
I see that now.
And I feel like this could have been done in a really more visceral way, a more timed way.
Yeah, you could have done it as a timer, and you're against it, and you've got to do it. It's
you could have put all the challenges out, and then revealed them all with a timer to say, okay, put your elements of the investigation deck against each one you want to play. Mm-hmm. You don't know what's coming out. Go through it. Do you succeed? And actually, if you succeed at, if you succeed to get 10 challenges succeeded, then you win the game rather than rolling the dice. The dice roll just, for me, unfortunately, kills the end game of what's been a really exciting game. But I will happily play this game again and again because 90% of the game is fantastic, like genuinely fantastic and a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. It just needed a little bit more support from Grey Fox Games, maybe another scenario book with some more card packs, and just an alternate way of ending the game would have been absolutely fantastic and would have worked really well. In fact, we might even try that next time we play this game, actually putting the challenges out and seeing if we can get enough successes out of the challenge to win the game.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good to me.
So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please like and subscribe.
Don't forget, you can also find us on Facebook and Instagram. Just search for Ludus Vulpes.
Thank you for your time today.
Thanks very much. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.